The views and opinions of this podcast are solely those of the host, and if you don't like what was said, Rose Gold did not approve of it.
Black, white with some black kids, black car in the black crib, black owned, black ran, black woman and black man. Bet on black, bet on black, bet on black, bet on black. Folk, y'all fixing to start laughing at me as soon as you hear this episode. I'm an old man this week. The second week of November is a very special week for me. Why do you ask? Well, number one, it's Veterans Day. And that was a free day off when I was in school up until the 12th grade. And then that just became a day where you couldn't go to the bank and get money or talk to the teller. But the day after that is my birthday, November 12th. That's right, folks. I'm a Scorpio. So when you hear me on these shows, that's the Scorpio personality right there. We don't take no stuff. And if you're a Leo, like my co-host, Rose Gold, y'all Leos suck. But being that it is my birthday week, and this year, even though it's 2020, it's been crazy so far, I'm turning 35. So I said, you know what? This week, I'm going to indulge the audience on Bet on Black. So when you hear this is Friday the 13th. And we all know what Friday the 13th means. It means somebody in a hockey mask and a machete finna kill some white people. Y'all love that movie. I love that movie. But it also means this is birthday week for me. And this year, we're going to do something very special. We're going to spotlight independent comic books. Because y'all know me on the show. I love comic books. Especially black characters, because we don't have enough. And the ones we do have, they like to bring out for convenience. And with Static showing up on the big screen soon, and we have possible female Black Panther coming, and Storm every week, people are clamoring for her to come on either the small screen or the big screen. I figured it'd only be right on Bet on Black to spotlight independent comic books. Because if we don't support black writers and black artists and black pencilers, what are we doing? So today, I brought one on. I found him, or he found me on Instagram, and we chopped it up a little bit, and he agreed to come on and tell the whole world and me about his series called Delta Dogs. So we have the... Are you the writer or you're the creator?
Yeah, I'm the writer and creator.
Okay, so we got the CEO of Millennial Comics. His name says Vonell. I'm just going to call him Vonell. I'm pretty sure you don't want me to give out his whole government.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
Yeah, I don't do that. I mean, we are an LLC, and I'm not trying to get sued. So I'm on here with Vonell from Millennial Comics, and I'm going to let him introduce himself, and we're going to get into storyboards and panels and all that good stuff.
All right, what's up, kid? Appreciate you having me on. Appreciate that. Just this comic book business is wild, man. It's wild. We basically being used in the comic book industry, it seems like.
Oh Lord, he didn't start throwing shots already, folks. Yeah. He didn't even tell you what he do.
There's gonna be some sucking punches in here, but I mean, I ain't gonna try to lean too much on it, but I do want to put it out there.
I feel you. Okay. Hey, look, I do screenwriting, so I understand how hard it is well, I shouldn't say that now. Well, I say that now because now they're kissing black people. They're kissing our rear ends right now because they don't want to seem racist. But funny thing, I did create, I'm actually writing a movie about a black comic book artist. So I'm actually going to have to get back into that. Maybe I'll turn it into a TV series. So if I can get this work, I can get, I can spotlight that little a little corner that nobody likes to recognize, but everybody wants to recognize because it's the right thing to do.
That's big moves right there.
Oh yeah, nah, I'm all about black stories. So, like I said, we all know about Static. We all know about Storm.
Yeah, I mean,
to a lesser extent, now people are bringing up Brother Voodoo and Blue Marvel. My favorite one of all time is John Henry Irons from DC.
I see you.
Because there's just something about a brother who uses his mind more than some metaphysical powers. But you know, everybody wants the mutant powers and the metahuman powers, so y'all can have fun with that. But I have Vonell on, and he's now going to explain how he got into this and explain his vision and Delta Dogs and I don't know, black characters and all that good stuff. So we're gonna meld it all together, and I'm gonna turn the mic over to the brother. So go ahead.
All right, let's get it. Yeah, man. So I'm doing a series called Delta Dogs. We 11 issues in, going strong, coming out with an issue a month. And when I tell you, man, I'm having fun creating this book. Just diving deep into what we go through every day, but at the same time not leaning on that. I know with a lot of black stories, you know, we always just, you know, we screaming out, man, just saying how bad we got it and stuff like that. But then the other stories get left behind. And with this story right here with Delta Dogs, it's like it's telling more, it's telling a little bit more than that. You know, it still has the core of us, but at the same time, just giving a little bit more light to the different stories that we do have to tell. So this story basically is about 7 cousins going through their teenage phase. That you know that me and you went through as kids, and then they get superpowers that makes their life just that much harder. So of course you would think that superpowers, you know, you getting super strength or you getting this, and you be able to do some fun stuff. But man, when I tell you this story gets worse and worse throughout the issues, it gets worse and worse. So one of the cousins actually gets them into a gang war, and it's like, man, that's actually like when the story like really begins. So not only they got to deal with this gang war, but they also get chased by this military group, military unit, and then also this mad scientist and some more crazy stuff, man. So it's definitely like a wild ride.
Cool. All right.
But go ahead.
So I was gonna ask. All right, so they got a little glimpse into Delta Dogs. I almost said Devil Dogs. God, dog, I'm hungry. So just tell the people, you know, how you got started in the comics. Was it like you just drew stick figures and said I'm the man, or did you do the anime thing and just said why they keep doing us like this, or what's the story?
I mean, for you know, this me being a 7-8-year-old kid watching my brother start, because you know we was both watching Static, and we also watched like Power Rangers, all these other stories. And of course, all the other stories didn't have any black people in it, so we wanted to start doing our own thing. He did it first, and then I followed through with it. Just creating again superhero characters, going off our toys and stuff like that. And I just he didn't stay with it, but I did. I found out later on that I wasn't the best artist in the world, so I was just like, all right, if I can't be the best artist, I'm gonna try to be the best writer. So I just focused more of my time on that. And now, you know, I commissioned somebody, of course, to draw the books for me. And you know, it's just basically just going out there and proving something more authentic. You know, we more than the streets. We more than just our color of our skin. You know, we're people. You know, we got a voice. You know, we don't always have to talk about slavery and stuff like that. And you know, it's more to us. You know, it's more light to us. You know what I'm saying? So, this right here with this series, you know, we're just going back to that family dynamic, man. How close we was. you know, when we was kids, stuff like that. And this story is actually based off of me and my family, so I can
Cool.
be authentic as possible.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Family aspect is always nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. So you took shots about 6 minutes ago. Now on Bet on Black, we try to keep it positive.
Yeah, definitely.
I guess
So,
I'm gonna have to make an exception today.
here we go.
I'm going to allow you to take shots. So let's ask, why did you take shots 6 minutes ago?
So, I mean, just how I feel
Mhm.
about just basically being used. Like, hey, we got 5 white characters, and like, hey, we need at least one black person or one Asian dude or one this person. And all right, just color them this, and we'll just leave it at that. And this dude sounds nothing like a black guy. He sounds nothing like a black girl. He sounds nothing. There's nothing authentic about this character. It seems forced and all this other business, and I don't feel like that's fair to our community.
Okay. All right. I mean, I get it because, it kind of sucks to watch like DC and Marvel like take a black character, but then you look at who's creating it or who's writing it, and it's like white people. And they're most of their ideas come from either something they're recycling or they're using something from the news. It's not like they're asking someone black to write it.
Exactly.
And it's kind of tough. It is kind of tough.
I mean, we notice.
Even with Steel, Louis Simonson created the character, but she's white.
Mm-hmm.
And I followed I have the entire series on my phone, and I don't think they ever had a black writer once.
Mm.
And they still kept it authentic, but I think because it was the 90s, it was easy to write it.
Yeah.
Because that was like the height of being pro-black. And he was pro-black somewhat. So I guess it was and to tell a black story with a black family, it wasn't that hard to write because it was mostly about gangs and stuff.
Yeah.
So it was easy to write. You could just watch the news and just come up with a storyline and just follow it. But nowadays you have all this black talent out here, but they still don't want to use it. But then they want to say they're champions. This is just opinions. If any of you famous comic book people hear this, this is just opinions. This is how we feel.
Just been on my mind. It ain't nothing that kind of drives me like crazy or anything. It's just something I noticed. Yeah. So just we can step away from that and just focus more on the story.
Yeah, let's go back to fun because then that's gonna depress me.
Yeah.
So Delta Dog. So it's about 7 family members. They get superpowers. So I'm guessing the white man's the enemy.
Oh no, sir. See, again.
I was hoping it wasn't gonna be. I was just hoping it wasn't gonna be stereotypical.
Oh no. No, it's black villains all day. Like of course the mad scientist, he's white, but at the same time, that's a mad scientist. We let's just stick with the streets. So, they first gang, it's a systematic. It's it's a system of gangs that basically it's like a franchise if you want to say that. It's called the Sluggers, and you have when I say franchise, again it's like different branches to these sluggers. So you have the Blue Sox Sluggers, which is a branch. You have the Red Sox Sluggers, which is a branch, and so on. And one of the cousins used to actually be a part of that branch, and of course he left that for his own reasons. And now they get powers, and it's like now he's becoming a superhero. So, and he's also the leader. So you have to think hey, you got this dude that used to be dark in the gangs and this and that. and now he's a leader of a superhero group. So that dynamic is going to be like fleshing in there, and it's like, where could they go from there? So now, how they get stuck in the gang war is because of the oldest cousin. I don't want to go too deep into spoilers, but when I tell you, they not manufacturing regular drugs.
Mm-hmm.
Not only just the typical drugs you see out here in our streets, but also there's drugs that give you powers. And basically, they're using these drugs to get powers so they can not sell the drugs, but use them to gain basically other types of powers. As in like to protect their turf, to gain more turf and stuff like that. And it's just a whole, oh man, it's really deep. It's really deep. I don't want to get too deep into it.
No, because I want people
Oh
to go
man.
buy your stuff. Because once you start telling me, you know how social media is. It's
Oh
like
yeah.
it's like when you go on YouTube now and you watching people spend 2-3 hours reviewing comic books, like comic book story art. Like, why would I go purchase the comic now?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, don't give away your stuff, especially us, because Black creators, our piece of the pie is already small, so
Yeah, I mean,
you don't want to give away your stuff.
yeah, I mean, I can talk for days about this comic, man, and this is the type of comic, it's going for the long game. So the first season is already out,
Mm-hmm.
and it's really just not even telling a like 5% of the story.
As
It's
well
just
it should
really
be.
just setting up everything,
Right.
But it's a fun story. It's a complete story 1 through 10. But at the same time, you can tell that, man, this is a lot deeper than what I just brought out with 10 issues. And if it has readability as well, where you can go back, reread it again, you'll find new stuff. I hear that all the time. I get messages like, "Yo, I really didn't know this until I read issue 11. I went back, and sure enough, you did put it in there and stuff." I get messages like that all the time. And when I tell you, man, this story, it gets a lot more wilder than as far as like the streets, even with their powers. With each power, I'm not, of course, going to give it away, but once you, I'm not sure if you look through the Instagram too much, but if you see it in there, it's like this dude. It looks like he has super strength. I'm not gonna tell you what his power is, but it looks like he has super strength. Of course, it's not, but he can. Man, let me see. It's one of the images in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this guy, he basically stops, which is a Delta dog. He stops this car from hitting this kid. Now, basically, the car represents life and stuff like that, and the kid has a shirt on, shows up there that says "Dream Bigger," as in the kid shouldn't be stopped by life, racism, anything that may like stop him mentally. And the shirt just says it like, "Yo, dream bigger. You got this. Dream bigger." And the question is, how is this kid stopping the car if he doesn't have super strength? Now, going off of that, with each cousin, they all have different powers, which is on the outside of the box. You got to think way on the outside of the box. So, I don't know if you can guess it or not, but how do you think this kid stopped this car without super strength? So it's all good. It's a big question.
Maybe I guess telekinesis.
Telekinesis? No, sir. So we go through Comic Cons and we ask different people, and we ask like hundreds of people, if you believe that. But yeah, it was hundreds of people. Only like 5 or 6 got it right.
Mm-hmm.
And when I tell you again, with each power, we had to really think deep and figure out exactly what can we do different with these characters, because not only do they have backstories, they have wants, needs, dreams, stuff that just drives them and stuff like that. We want to put that on each character, not only the heroes, but the villains and the side characters, all that. And with their powers, they work well. basically connect with each other and stuff like that on a different level, as in, they work well with each other.
Mhm.
So I don't want to tell you the power, but I'm
No,
trying to tell you,
don't tell. Just
it's a lot.
make sure everybody just goes to the Instagram and buys the book. Don't give away your stuff.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right. So comics, man. I tell you, the comics have saved many a black folk. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Oh yeah.
Because especially with the 90s, I mean, 90s, that was like the golden age of comic books.
Yeah, man. It gave us something else to do.
Especially if you didn't want to watch anime all day.
Anime is my thing, though. I mean, I will tell you this: the comics I write is more on the anime aspect, as in storytelling. It looks like a comic book, but it really reads like anime.
Like a manga.
Yeah, like a manga. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, because I actually created a comic. I created a movie character, like the next, black superhero. But Hollywood tell me it's too much. It'd be too much money and stuff like that. So now I'm trying to transition it into a graphic novel. So.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. So basically, it's one of them future stories, but I guess I can tell you a little bit. It's sort of like it has like a Black Wall Street aspect to it, but he's kind of dealing with his wife running a business, being like the one that all the bad guys are trying to get, and he doesn't want to fight until they mess with his family and things like that. And his weapon is a special shotgun, so I kind of blended Black and Asian elements into it.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna try to start looking into getting that drawn probably by the end of the year, so I can have some kind of concept art, so I can get that rolling. Because I do want to do like an anime style comic with that.
Yeah, that's wild. That go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was done.
Yeah, that's wild that you had that connection to just like, hey, you want to do this? Make this into a movie? What's up? Like that? Those type of connections. That's
yeah.
That's amazing. I'm like,
yeah. I mean, you gotta kind of think about that nowadays, especially because Hollywood don't want to spend that kind of money like that unless it's an established franchise.
Yeah, you're right.
I understood it. So I've been also, when I write my stories, I've been thinking lower scale too. So I'm actually writing a martial arts TV show right now with Black females. So because we don't got that, so I'm going to try to see if I can push that market a little bit.
I see. Oh,
So
you
like,
trying to attack
it's like
ways.
Black Power meets Double Dragon, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So get that done, and who knows? We might see that in a couple years.
Hey man, I just love the ambition and the just to step forward and try to get that done. It takes a lot.
It does,
especially when we have a lot of stuff going on.
Especially with the writing. After you write that pilot, it's not done.
Yeah.
Then I got to do the treatment, and I got to do query letters, and I got to start pitching, and then do backstories on these people. It's like, damn, it's work. And then when I finally get there, then it's going to be the storyboards and shot lists and all that. And I even tried to started writing the graphic novel, and then they're like panel one. I was like, I don't want to do this. Yeah, because y'all world is a little different. I respect the comic book world because you have to like the way you have to write it. It has to be visual as well as stimulate your brain with the writing.
Oh yeah. So
basically every panel you have to outline. So it's like, damn.
Yeah, it's definitely
respect to y'all for that.
I mean, I'm not sure if you've seen one of the posts or not, but I just recently posted it. and it just kind of showed the step-by-step process of me and my
Yeah, I
artist
saw
going
that.
back.
That one I did see.
Yeah, like you
Yeah, I
can
saw
see
like the
how
stick
bad.
fit. I saw like the sketch outline, and then you started drawing it in, and then you had the black and white concept. Then you add the color to it. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, it's step-by-step process, man. Like it's really has to be a lot of work. Got to be. I basically have to copy and paste whatever's in my mind to the artist's mind, and then he has to interpret that and draw it on paper. And it's a lot, man, because again, like with the story is really deep. So a
Mm-hmm.
lot of like just hitting art in there that needs to be in there, like their surroundings and the area. You know, like if you don't ever want to have the reader lost. Like, I don't even know where these people are at. Like I don't even know what these people are doing. You have
Mm-hmm.
to keep aware of all that and still at the same time write the story, like you just said. You know, still have a cohesive story being written and being understood and flowing right. So yeah, man, it's definitely tough. But
Yeah. Comic books, but okay. So let's just ask you a couple questions before you go, and then we'll have you promote, and then you know, no more shots.
I
No more
got
shots. No more shots.
yes, sir.
Okay. So what was the so you said Static was the character. I guess maybe that was your catalyst to creating comic books.
Yeah, so it was a little bit before Static came
Mm-hmm.
out, and we wanted to again do the comics. And to be honest, man, I never even told anybody before, but I used to just imagine it was all white characters. Now I saw Static, then I was like, oh man,
Mm-hmm.
I could just do black characters. So then I started changing all the characters I made into black characters, and now it's like, okay, now I'm on a mission where it's like, man, I can.
Okay. Hello. Damn, he went away. They must have spiked him because he was throwing shots. Oh, he threw shots. They said, "No, you got to get off." Mm, well, that's crazy. Ah, that's how it be sometimes when you use the phone on StreamYard. Oh, we'll figure out. Maybe we'll see if he can reconnect. But yeah, folks, support independent Black comics. Yeah, they're on the rise. I see it. And if you guys want to always run around and say nobody's telling your stories, our stories, you got to support. I understand it's tough out there. And, maybe spending $10 on a graphic novel is a lot. I mean, you got to do what you got to do. It's tough, but can't say don't. Can't say we can't support you. We have to support each other, but then you don't support each other. Doesn't work. So, hoping he comes back because I kind of wanted to finish it off. But like I said, that's the things you run into sometimes when you're doing podcasts. Unreliable internet connections. Um, but yeah, man, this is birthday week. So birthday week, like I said, it's gonna be Spotlight Independent Comics. So I have again the writer and creator of Millennial Comics, Delta Dogs. He said he's almost done with season 1. And from what I'm seeing on some of these shots on his Instagram, millennial underscore comics 93. I mean, I think it's worth it. Let's see.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Lord have mercy. I don't know what happened. Oh Lord.
That's what we
Man.
call internet not working. Or what I was telling them is you drop shots before they heard it and then said, nah, we gotta get you out.
Oh, shoot, is that what it was? Like, which we got him back, y'all. That's messed up. Where did I drop off at?
I was asking you about Static, about what if Static was the inspiration for you to start the comic, and then you were saying how
Oh,
you were going back. You went back a little farther, and you were talking about the white characters.
yeah. Basically, all I did was change them from white to black. When I saw Static that it could be done, I just never imagined when I was a kid that again it was like black heroes like that, So once I saw that, that's when I changed that, and then going off of that, I wanted to not only give out like basically jobs and stuff like that. Like, I could hire black artists, black actors, people who ever do music and stuff like that, and basically just flesh the culture out. And like, yo, this is your platform just as much as mine. And they can really just basically show exactly who we are. So that's really been my drive as well because we never really see that. We get a little glimpses of it in Black Panther, but that's across seas and stuff like that. And then we get a little glimpse of it in Spider-Man to the Spider-Verse. I'm not sure if you've seen that or not, but it's like little glimpses in there, and it's like, man, just imagine we had our own universe. So that's when I started creating my own universe. It starts with Delta Dogs. I made hundreds of characters, man, and they all connect like Marvel and DC does. And and just really get started with that, man, building from the ground up. Me saying that, hopefully you can believe me, because again, we have 11 books out, plenty more coming. But again, I have hundreds of characters, and it's finally just to show what we capable of as far as our culture and our superhero. It's like a whole nother thing to be explored, man, of the black superhero genre, So that's just my mission right now, to basically just build a platform for all of us.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then I guess the last question is, where do you see Delta Dogs going in, say, the next 2 to 3 years?
We being talked to a couple of deals, but my vision of it going somewhere is mostly to animation, to a animated series. Um, this would be a big budget movie, so I might need more than just 2 or 3 years. But
well, there's always
mostly
animation on YouTube.
Oh yeah. That's a decent.
You're in control of your content, and you get a big
Yeah.
enough following beforehand, get people to support it.
Yeah, man, that'd be dope.
I mean, you gotta remember, Will Smith got that show Bel Air off somebody just putting out a trailer. He got a short film, and
Yeah.
he got a 2-season deal. So you never know.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna have to. Well, first of all, I'm gonna have to keep up with that. I seen what you was talking about. I'm gonna have to keep up with that. As far as the series goes, yeah, just probably an animated series on YouTube would be pretty dope, or Netflix, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Netflix got all the money apparently.
Yeah, even though they lost a lot, but there's always Hulu, and there's always Amazon.
HBO Max. Oh yeah. Is that what you're targeted as well?
Because that's DC territory. You know how they are.
Oh yeah, they real funny about the content.
Yeah. So, but yeah, folk, that what it is. This is Bet on Black. So I'm going to let the brother promote his Instagram and his store, and then we're going to get up out of here.
Oh yeah, man. Definitely catch me at millennialcomic.com. You can see all the issues there. You can order on physical copies as well as posters. I was 1 through 11 there, and also 12 pre-order. Again, we come out with a book every month, so definitely check us out. Keep coming back. We're also on Instagram, millennial_comics93 on Instagram, and also Facebook, Twitter, to just shoot. We here, man. We here.
Cool. All right. So this is Kid Gravity. It's birthday week. We're gonna have fun.
For birthday.
Yeah, 35. This is the end of the road as I know
Mm.
it. Now I become an old man.
Gray hair sticking out and everything.
I shave it all the time.
Just be you, man. Just be you.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what this means. Somebody left a comment for you. They said Orlando. I don't know what that means.
Let me see here. Well, I gotta get some books in Orlando. All right, next mission. Got you.
Okay. Well, there it is. He said, never mind.
Ah.
Okay, whatever. Hey, this I just use this so I can record and then I put it up on the audio and then we have fun. So again, to Millennial Comics, thank you and much success to you. It's birthday week, and I'm going to go back on this writing thing. So all y'all, take care, stay safe, wear your mask so you can get your supplies. And I don't got it. And if you do got it, take care of yourself. And always remember, doesn't matter what time of the day it is. You don't have to turn on an app or you don't have to turn on the TV. Just get you a comic book and go in a world for about 20 to maybe 400 pages, depending if you get the full volume. But go to Fantasyland in a world where, I mean, nowadays it's about social justice. But if you go older, it's just you got your hero, your villain. The villain want to act out. The hero say the day, and then as you know it, you might feel better. But take it as you will, and you won't be weird if you do it. So this is Kid Gravity again. Thank you to Millennial Comics, and we'll see y'all on the next Bet on Black.
Peace.
Advice: always bet on black.
All right.
We off live or we still here?
I'm still waiting for this thing to say that it's ended. So now my system wants to mess up. Okay, whatever. Well, when I edit the video, I'll cut it out. So, oh Jesus Christ, it's still saying end. It says end the damn thing.
Keep rolling.
Having trouble. I have internet. Don't do this. Whatever. I'll X out of it later. No, but I need this stuff. Oh, come on. Are you serious? Where's the internet? It's fine. Why are you not shutting off?
Oh, you about to unplug the Ethernet cord.
I don't even have it in. I'm using the Wi-Fi. Why is this? This is the first time this ever happened.
Show must go on.
I guess. I guess maybe it wants you to keep taking shots.
Was my shots that bad?
Nah, it wasn't that bad. It could have been worse. I just don't want to refresh it because then I might lose everything. I've never seen this. I have never seen this. I don't understand this. Let me see something. Let me try something.
I wonder what he meant by Orlando.
I don't know. I've never seen that dude before or female. I've never seen him, so I don't know what.
Oh, maybe he was talking about where I'm from. Okay, yeah, it's from Virginia. Yeah, I don't know if they still up here.
Interesting. All right, let me see. Maybe I can end it. Well, no, I wouldn't be able to end it from there.
They coming for blood, man. I should have never took shots. Now you can't even lead a stream. You ain't going nowhere.
All right, let me see if I might have to shut off the internet and put it back on. Let me see. Disconnect. Let me try this again. I've never seen that before.